Hello, hello, hello. What's on my mind? There's so much on my mind, you guys. You won't even understand how much goes through my mind every single day. There's so many things on my mind. Low network connection. Connection available. Okay, well, we're going to start that way already. As soon as I get on, look at how it says this. But what I'm really calling on right now, that I just heard that Kamala Harris is actually thinking that if she is president, that if she does become president, that she's going to ban all straws. All straws. That means everywhere. Do you not see my lipstick, Kamala Harris? I use a straw all the time I drink because I don't like to smear my lipstick. Okay? So now she's going to be banning straws. So if you have straws, hold on to them. You never know. They could become something of a lot of money. You know, maybe we'll have to sell them underground or something. This is ridiculous. Anything they can do to get into your life and dictate your life. Talk about dictators. I've never seen President Trump ever dictate our lives. But what I really wanted to say is that as you guys know, I'm a caregiver. And one of my clients is, I go to school with him. I take him to school and I make sure that if he needs his binder or whatever, I get everything for him. And just to make sure he's okay. So I'm sitting there, but he's taking a class. Check this out. It was like, I'm there. It's a class on sociology, but with minorities, about how oppressed we are. Can you believe this? I am thinking, this is a class of minorities, of sociology, how oppressed they are. So it's very hard to keep my mouth shut. I did pretty good though. But one of the things that I had to say something about was when she was saying, we've come a ways from the way it was. Our vote is not suppressed, but it is suppressed in other ways. And I said, which way is our vote suppressed? She goes, well, they want ID. And I go, well, so I should not be talking because I'm in there with my client that's a student, right? And I said, well, how is your vote? How are votes suppressed? She goes, well, they want ID. I go, ID? Yeah, everybody wants an ID. And then she says, well, an ID, not everybody has an ID. I go, everybody has an ID. You can't go to the doctors. You can't go anywhere. You can go into a lot of places without your ID. And then she says, well, not everybody has an address. I go, everybody has an address. Even if they're some of them that are homeless, they have an address. They get things sent to their kitchen or whatever, the Salvation Army. She says, no, what about the reservations? I go, well, I know the reservation up here has even a doctor's office right off of 50 by Red Hawk Casino. I go, so everybody has an address. I go, that's an excuse. Hey, Teresa. And I said, I go, everybody has an address. Somebody has to give you, I don't know, care as your mom's, your grandma, your grandpa, your neighbors, Someone has an address because they get a hold of these people one way or another, or where their stuff can go to, or at least something that's important as voting. And he says, well, they're trying to take away from the natives. And I thought, really? Is that the new thing? Well, that's what I said to her. And then I thought she was getting real nervous. She did not like me talking. So at the end, but she went on and on and on to say about that if you're a minority, that you're doomed. It depends where you were raised, where you were born, what part of town. And after everybody left, I said to her, can I ask you a question now that no one's here? I said, why don't you teach on something like, we're all Americans. I know you're smart. Just set your mind to it and you could do anything. I said, I had, my parents always said to me, you could do this, you could do that, you could go here. And if you just apply yourself. And she says, well, there's not that many great parents. I go, are you kidding me? I go, why don't we go back to the basics? The basics when parents are involved, when parents are guiding the kids, guiding all of them. And then I said, I cannot believe that you're saying this to me. I said, there's people that everybody everybody could be anything they want to be. My father always said, this country is the best country in the world. You could do whatever you want to do. If you do two things, you either work real hard or you go to school. That's what my dad said. And that's what I said. And she says, well, you're an exception to the rule. Most kids that grow up in the ghetto, no one tells them that. I said, baloney. Of course they tell them that. Everybody encourages you. I said, I was encouraged to go to school from all my white teachers. Every white teacher that was there in high school, they were encouraging me to go to school. All of them. Hi, Chila. They were all encouraging me to, hey, Joe. They were all encouraging me. Yes, Miriam, you did call me. I was in school. So somebody just tried to call me. But she made it look like, well, you're an exception to the rule that you were encouraged by your teachers. Wait a minute. You mean there's schools around that the teacher's not telling them, hey, go to school, do this, you got great grades, or you know what you can do for this? All these programs, and they're trying to tell me there's no such thing as that. That if you're a minority, you're overlooked. And I said, I wasn't overlooked. And I grew up in South San Jose. We grew up around KJ Corner. Everybody knows what KJ Corner is in San Jose. I grew up in the days of KJ. You know what that is? Crystal Joint. You know what that is? PCP. You know what that is? And a gorilla tranquilizer. Look it up. I grew up in the capital of the world. All of us Falcons out there say, woo woo. Hey, it was an awful thing. We lost a lot of friends to that. Lots of friends we lost to PCP. We did. Angel Dust, same thing. Okay? So don't tell me. But we knew that was a bad drug. I saw people do a lot of bad things. And they're trying to tell me that we're just doomed. That if that's where we grew up, we're going to go there. Yes, I know it's an exception to the rules. But why don't we treat all children as an exception to the rules? To show them a better life. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? And and the teacher was saying, no, we don't have that chance. If you're a minority, you're pretty much doomed. If you're a minority, you are, like out of luck. You know what the other word is, out of luck. And I said, no, I chose not to do anything. I said, I chose not to go to college. I chose to work. I chose to do other things. I go, who do I blame? Linda. I don't blame the white man. Mr. Enright was my counselor in my high school. All those teachers, they only were encouraging you to do right. Linda, turn in your homework. Linda, your homework's late. Nobody was saying, oh, well, I don't care about Linda. I'm so sick and tired. It's the schools are putting this. So I said, why don't you say we're victorious? Why are you saying we're victims? Say we're victorious and we live in the best country in the world. Man, you should have seen her face. Steam was coming out of her ears. I go, why don't you teach them that we live in the best country in the world and we could be victorious in anything we do as long as we apply ourselves? And then she goes, well, that's just a whole way of thinking that is not very popular with the young people. I go, because you guys are not teaching it. I said, I knew that you got to do all these things to do good in life. I said, I knew you either had to work real hard or you had to, I go, either you work real hard or you go to school. But these teachers are teaching the children, you poor little victim. You're a victim because you were born brown or black or yellow. That's what they're teaching them. Shame on you teachers. Shame on you teachers to teach something so bad. We could do anything we apply and put ourselves to. This is what happens when everybody gets a trophy. I wish I would have lived in the days that everybody got a trophy. I would have got a trophy for walking the 50 whatever we had to run or whatever. I didn't want to do that. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Jesse. And I'm telling you right now, these teachers are making the people feel like they're less than anybody else. Why? Why would you do that? Then we get all these little, you owe me reparations. It's ridiculous. I remember in the days that they will, we had to wear dresses to school. Remember that? We had to wear dresses to school. all the girls had to still wear, I'm talking back in the 60s, all the girls still had to wear dresses to school. Remember that? And that wasn't all the things that are going on here. I wish we were still living in those days. Look at how far we've come. I want to know why I had no problems with all the black families at Andrew Hill, my high school. Why didn't I have problems with them? Because we all got along. There was not anybody there telling me that you're black and you can't do anything. You're a poor little Mexican child. You can't do anything. I am so sick and tired of these teachers that are doing this. How can that be? How can these teachers be teaching the kids that, so sorry, you are nobody? Basically, that's what they're teaching all the kids. That's so sad. So sad. And this teacher, she was an Asian lady, and she didn't want me asking her any more questions. And I told her, I'm not in the class. I am a caregiver for this young man. But since he can't talk, I'm actually taking his turn. And can I ask you questions after class? She goes, well, if I'm not busy. She didn't want to think about it. I did record her. I did. I have 2 phones. I did record her with my other phone. And then I was watching videos with another phone. But I just had to come on and tell you guys how silly it is that in class the teachers are telling you that if you're a minority, you're a victim. I don't believe that. I believe that every single person in this world are capable of doing things. I don't believe in color. I don't believe that because we're minorities, I'm a victim. I believe that we put into school, we're going to get that out of it. No white man ever made me not get a job. Really, if I didn't get the job, it's because I wasn't qualified for it. I'm not a victim, okay? I came from where I live to living in a nice area. Why? Because we work hard. That's why. That's it. You work hard. I see too many people make it in life that don't even have an education. So I'm sick and tired of the schools, especially the California schools, what they're teaching our children. You know, I'm about the vaccinations too. They're making you get all these vaccinations. I don't know, but I do know one thing. When Yesenia was born, my daughter Yesenia, she was one out of 3,500 births. I had an excellent labor and delivery, okay? I had a good pregnancy, no problems at all. She was one out of 3,500 kids that had autism. Now my daughter, what is it, 1 out of 100 and something kids has some kind of in the autism spectrum? What's going on? Is it the vaccinations? When I hear them, yeah, it is them. When I hear the other side, not sure. I don't know, but I'm telling you one thing. Yesenia was born normal. I know that for a fact. She was born normal. She's not anymore. Well, normal to me, what I've always known. But I'm telling you, people, wake up to what they're trying to do to us. They're trying to make you dumber so you do not do your homework. They want to make you dumber so you don't do your homework. So all you're doing is listening to the news. You know, some of the things that I ask my friends like Norman and Donald, notice, and Pepe, my cousin, they don't answer them. They just throw out things. Trump's a racist. He's a bigot. How did he make his money? Stupid things, you know. And then when I ask him another question, I don't hear from them for days. I got to give it to Norman. He fights with me a little bit more. Got to give it to him. I still got you. You don't know what you're talking about. All you're doing is repeating exactly what CNN and MSNBC and all the rest of those news feed you. That's it. I mean, you know, you one of these days you'll learn to do your homework. I don't believe them. My life depended on them. But I'm telling you right now, wake up, America. Wake up. This society right now, all these kids. Now, I'm almost 59, okay? And all these kids in that class, 18, 19, 20, 22, all those kids in that class, I'm telling you right now, they were all soaking it in. The majority were minorities. Feeling like a little poor me because I'm a different tone color. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Give me a break. Some of the richest people in the world are black. Oprah Winfrey. It used to be Bill Cosby. I doubt it now. Barack Obama. So stop it. Stop being a crybaby. Get out there and do something. You know, we had a black president, half black president, and still you guys are crying racism? You sound stupid. That's what you do. I told the teacher, maybe we should get back to the basics. And she goes, so what's that? I said, a father and a mother at home, making sure the kids are doing their homework, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. And she goes, well, some kids, and I said, and I understand, some kids don't have that. There's a book that Dr. Laura wrote many years ago called Bad Childhood, Good Life. We don't have to live defeated. If I didn't have a bad childhood, I had a great childhood, but not everybody did. You can make a good life out of that. You pick what you didn't like and get help on it, so you learn to be healthy-minded. I don't understand how you guys don't understand that. I really don't get it. But I saw it today in class. They make you a victim. That because you're a different skin tone, you're not going to make it. I'm telling you, you are going to make it if you have the desire. Like us Hispanics say, si tienes ganas. So si tienes ganas, if you have just gun-ho for that, you'll be able to do it. Do it. Hi, Jennifer. Long time no see. So I really tell you, get back to the basics. Get back to the basics. And guess what? This country was founded on Christian views, Christian morals. That's what it all comes back to God. It all comes back to God. That's why they left that country. Because they wanted them to be a certain religion and they wanted freedom of religion. That's why they left it. So everything was based around the Holy Bible. That's what it was based on. Get some history and know it. You know, and we all know a little bit about God. If you choose not to follow God, that's on you. But this is the beauty of this country. We do have God in this country. And you can worship whatever God you want to, but I know who our God is. I know exactly. Oh, Chila, I'm sorry. I know who our God is. I don't have to sit there. And that's the Lord Jesus Christ. I don't care if you got offended. The Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord Jesus Christ. I say it over and over. If you got offended, that's too bad. Allah is not God. Muhammad is not God. Buddha is not God. There's only one God. You could have your God, but he died, never came back. Our God rose on the third day. So get it right. And if you don't go back to the principles of this country, we're losing it. So you people that keep trying to tell me to stop it, that all I do is get on there. I'm telling you right now, we're losing our state. We lose our state, we're going to lose our country. Look what they're allowing. You know, they're allowing everybody to just come in and whatever they want, they get. Wait, is that fair to my parents that did it the right way? Is it right? Not even fair. Is it right? No, it's not. I'm telling you right now, you need to wake up because we're going to lose our country. And notice how President Trump is a president that stands right next to Israel. Why do you think? Because as Christians, we know that the Jews are God's chosen people. We understand it. We understand it. Don't mess with the Jews. You cannot do that. You're cursing yourself. And all of you, and you Jews are a bunch of liberals, shame on you. You're God's chosen people. So that's what I'm saying. The schools are teaching it. You're allowing it. We lose our state. We're going to lose our country and our freedom of religion. It's just the way it's going to go. And you know what? It's a perfect time for us to come in with New California. This whole recall of Gavin Newsom. But I'll tell you one thing. Who are they going to bring in? They're not going to bring in a conservative. When Gray Davis was a recall on Gray Davis, remember that? They brought in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I voted for him. He was a rhino. He was married to a Kennedy. He was a Kennedy with an R in front. That's all he was. A rhino, a Republican in name only. Better than what we had, that's for sure. But Gavin Newsom, be careful who they bring in if they take Gavin Newsom out. I say, put all your effort in the new California state. I'm telling you, go back to last Friday and just look at our live where Paul Preston, my husband, speaking in the beginning. When you have a little over an hour, Paul Preston did an excellent job on just laying it out, how it's going to happen. And it is going to happen. The only people tell me that's not going to happen, I am convinced, are people that don't know about it because you don't want to be informed. So it's easier. It ain't going to happen. Oh, yes, it is. And I'm proud and honored to know that I'm part of history in the making. So I have 10 minutes to get to my other job. I did pull over now. And I just wanted to come on and just tell you guys what I experienced with that teacher today, making everybody feel like if they're victims. And about Kamala Harris wanting to ban straws throughout the United States. No, you're not, Kamala. I pay a lot of money for that lipstick. I'm telling you, people, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You know, I work hard. I go from one job to another. I was at a school this morning. All morning I was in school. I'm there 4 days out of the week with my client, and now I'm going to another client. Tomorrow I have a client in the morning at from 6 to 9, and then I go to another client at 12 o'clock, and then I go to another client at 6 o'clock. So for me, I got all these jobs for me. I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, the white man doesn't let me do anything. Guess what? The white man isn't stopping me from nothing. And get off this white guilt. Go back to your basics. And your basics are family, God, the country. You go back there, it all will fall into place. We honor him, he will honor us. But right now, he's turning us over because of where we're voting. Not putting a guilt trip on you, having you open up your eyes. They got you so blind that Trump's a racist. Oh yeah, they want to again impeach Trump. I don't know for what this time, but they want to impeach him for something else. Who knows? Trump, the newest babe in the Lord, has only been a Christian for about 3 years, and look at all he has done for Christianity, for the Jews. Every president said they were going to move and declare Israel, the capital, and Trump was able to. How does that happen? Because everything he promises he's doing, and what he cannot do is because you Republicans are stopping him. So I'm mad at you guys. Kamala doesn't or never has worked. No, well, she kind of did work on Willie, if you know what I mean. Shame on her. Putting all those things that they said about her, that she actually was hiding evidence as a prosecutor. She actually put people away for smoking weed. She was having an affair with Willie Brown while he was married. And now, oh my God. But that's okay, huh, Pepe? That's okay. She did all that stuff, but that's okay. But oh my God, let's talk about what Trump did before he was even ran for any kind of office. Why do you think Kamala got up there? That's the only reason Kamala got out there. Kamala's from right here from San Francisco. Boxer, Kamala, Feinstein, Newsom. They're all from right there. Pelosi, where all the homeless are, where the needles and the feces are all over the place. The most beautiful country, the most beautiful state full of homeless and drugs. Let's take away the straws, but let's give them some needles. You make no sense on what you're talking about. You make no sense. But this Trump deranged syndrome, you'd rather have Trump fail than the way the economy. I know everybody's telling you the economy is gonna fail. The economy is gonna fail. So far it hasn't. We're doing good, and I'm saving money. Right now it's doing good. My husband keeps telling me, hey, I made so much on what he's got in gold and in silver and everything else. But no, let's talk about Trump, how bad he is. Best economy in 50 years. Best economy in 50 years. The lowest unemployment in 50 years. Record low for blacks, Latinos, and women. And you guys are still saying, we got to get him out of there. He's bad. Deranged syndrome. Están locos. Están locos. You hate him so much that you're willing to let the country go down just because you hate him. It's sad. It really is sad. All I say is, you know what? I thank God that I live over there. At least it's a 50-50 chance. And everybody that my daughter is around, at least it's a 50 chance. If she would have lived in the Bay Area, she would have been lost like a lot of you guys. Gilbert, am I funny? Like what kind of funny, Gilbert? Like ha 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 funny, or what kind of funny? You know why I'm funny, Gilbert? Because you don't hear this anywhere else. You only hear it from me or whoever my friends are. That's why I'm funny. Because, see, if people stop drinking the Kool-Aid and watch that, you wouldn't even know that. I'm telling you, Gilbert, Richard Zavala, hey, Duck. I'm telling all of you guys, look up what I say. Prove me wrong. I'm waiting. I'm telling everybody, prove me wrong and shut me up. And you know what you guys come up with? Nothing's going to shut you up. You can't prove me wrong. I know what I'm talking about. Not talking points. I know what I'm talking about. But the news you're listening to doesn't tell you that. So then here comes Linda, just Linda from South San Jose, and tells you that, and I'm cuckoo. I'd rather be cuckoo than to be wrong, because you will see that President Trump will go down as one of the best presidents ever, no matter what. And President Trump, if you ever hear this, do not stop tweeting. Do not stop tweeting. I love your tweets, even if they're immature and unpresidential. I love them. You got them. You got the liberals. See, I go on there and I say something to the liberals. Oh my gosh, I love it. We do good. Hey guys, have a wonderful day. Look into the new California state. It's going to happen, and I'll be part of history. Just knowing that we, the people, did it. And we need people. We need people that are... How many of you guys want to pay higher taxes? How many of you guys want to pay for all illegals? How many of you guys want schools to be free? Because, you know, nothing's free. All of us pay for it. And most of my friends are hard-working people. But they got you so brainwashed, telling you that, you know, it's good to pay taxes. Yeah, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. But what about highway robbery? Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. And remember how this country was first founded. It was founded on dreams that they wanted to get away from England and everywhere else they came from. They wanted to get away from there. That's what they wanted to do. And they wanted not to be run by the king and queens. We, the people. Ever wonder why it says that? You know, I just bought like 20 constitutions and about 10 of the hardcover ones to give out to people. So you know, so you read it. We're the only country that has a constitution. Why do you think? We need to read it and understand what it says and why we're so blessed to live in this beautiful country of the United States of America. I love this country. I love this country. No, I'm not ashamed to be full-blooded Mexican either. I'm not. I love where my heritage came from. I love my parents. I had the best parents in the world. And they came from good parents, so hey, there it is. I'm not. But they were smart enough to know my father to bring us here. And I was born here. On this side of the Rio Grande, literally, this side of the Rio Grande. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and go off now. I have to go to work. You know that I owe, so off to work I go. That's just the way it is. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. God bless you. God bless America. God bless our president. God bless all of you. And look into New California State. At least go onto my page on Friday night. It's a live. My husband leads it with a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. You got a little over an hour. Just watch it as you're doing something there around the house. And you'll see how it's going to happen. And it will happen. And then you're going to say, I didn't know. I know you didn't, but I did. Adios, my friends. God bless you.